So we'll be starting our practice today in Sukhasana, so a cross-legged seat. If there's another seat that you prefer to do, you're definitely more than welcome to. Otherwise, taking the seat where your hips feel most relaxed. And if that's with your legs long in front of you, that's totally fine too. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this Yin Yang or Yin Yang practice. For those I may have not met before, which is all of you, my name is Annika. I've been a teacher for nearly a decade. I have 2 studios and a yoga teacher training as well. I'm from Western Sydney, so it's such an honor to be able to come here and just see so many new faces. The style of yoga I teach is, people say dynamic, we'll see. And I tend to walk around the room and maybe I'll place my hands on you. If that's not okay, totally fine, let me know. I will never ever take it personally, I promise, okay? So we've found our seat, whatever that is for you. You bring the hands onto the thighs, palms facing down to ground you or up to receive. You place your hands in a mudra if you prefer, whatever works. Drawing the belly button into the spine, but the belly's still soft, yeah? Belly always soft. Chest opening, shoulders relaxing down with the spine long and strong. So when we take these asanas, our front body is soft and open, and our back body is strong. Shoulders relaxed, neck long, energy through the crown of the head, where the nose and the ear meets at the very top. And keeping a gentle gaze or closing down into the eyes. And today we stand in footsteps millennia old. And may we acknowledge the traditional owners whose cultures and customs have nurtured and continue to nurture this land, since men and women awoke from the great dream. And we honor the presence of these ancestors who reside in the imagination of this land, and whose irrepressible spirituality flows through all creation. And that's an acknowledgement of country by Jonathan Hill, the poet from New South Wales. As we use this time at the beginning of our Yin Yang practice to arrive into this space and time we've put aside for ourselves in this day. Maybe we're trying to fit a lot in or our nervous system feels a little bit risen, or feeling a little anxious, or maybe I'm just talking about myself. Let's arrive into presence instead. And we can do this initially by checking in with the sounds surrounding us in this very moment. All the sounds of life happening outside these doors. The new conversations, new friends. Or maybe within these walls, the aircon keeping us cool. The sound of your neighbor's breath, or maybe even your own breath. As well as the light behind the eyelids, the shadows there. The temperature of this air that surrounds you and how it feels on your exposed skin. Where in the body you're holding on to resistance or tension, physical or emotional. And where in the body already feels that little bit more relaxed and open and ready to receive. I'm using this time as well to drop into the 4 parts of the breath, not changing it, just checking in. The inhale, that slight pause at the top, the exhale, and slight pause once again. What is the quality of this air that you breathe? And where in the body are you breathing it into? The chest, the ribs, or the belly? And then if we can, we start to deepen into the breath. So inhaling through the nose, down the esophagus and into the belly, and the belly rises. Then we exhale, let go of every single drop of air and it falls. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. And then out, 2, 3, 4. Deep belly breaths. strengthening our diaphragms here, which is a muscle. Often throughout our lives, we maybe opt into chest breathe instead. And we use this practice of yoga, no matter what lineage, to deepen this breath. On your next exhale, inviting a gentle restriction into the back of the throat. When you exhale and invite that gentle restriction, maybe you hear a hum sound, or that exhale comes a little bit longer, maybe twice as long as the inhale. This is known as our Ujjayi pranayama, or ocean's breath, or victorious breathing. So the style of yoga I'm trained at is vinyasa yoga. We hold this pranayama, this breathing exercise throughout the whole practice. So if I don't hear you breathe, I'll be like, where's your Ujjayi pranayama? And that's how we get out of our heads and back into our bodies. Nice. A couple more patient moments here. You can do that exhale with an open mouth or a closed mouth. Either variation is fine. And then when ready, let's bring the palms to either side of us, facing them up. Take an inhale, reach them up to the sky above the head. Palms together, exhale, hands float down, thumbs in front of sternum. This is our Anjali Mudra. Take another inhale here. Exhale, humbly bowing into the head. Using this time to set your intention or dedicate this practice to someone who really needs it, even if that is you. And then next inhale, bringing the palms up, looking up. And then exhale, bring the hands down and behind us. Interlock the fingers, drive the fist down to the heels, open up into the chest. Staying here for the exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, release. Fingers interlock in front of you, round and dome into upper back, holding it here. Inhale. And then exhale. Press the palms forward. Inhale, bring them up above the head, still keeping the belly soft. Exhale, forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, open. Try not to flare into the ribs. Exhale, forward. One more and we'll come into a seated twist. So take an inhale, bring it up. Release and twisting to the right side, exhale. So opposite hand to knee, other hand next to hip or behind the spine. Inhale, lengthen into the spine, open into your chest. Exhale, twisting at the ribs and torso if we can, rather than the shoulders and the neck. To the other side. So inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, over to the other side, holding this here. Inhale, find length. Exhale, does the breath allow for more depth, not force. And then we inhale, reach up, torso forward. And then exhale, bring the hands up behind us again. Awkward pinky underneath, so the opposite one you did. Drive the fist down to the heels, open up into the chest, staying here, exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, release, fingers interlock again. Awkward underneath, round and dome. Holding here, inhale. And then exhaling. Press the palms forward, inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward. Two more in. And out. Last one in cactus arms. Inhale. Release to cactus arms. Exhale. Take an inhale. Send the elbows back. It's quite subtle. And then exhale. Bring the shoulders down, down, down the spine. Nice. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Fingers interlock in front of you. And now warming up the wrists. Making circles going one way. The wrists are, the vinyasa yoga is very wrist heavy. So just being mindful of that. And then coming the other way. Nice. And then from here, we're going to do another stretch of our wrists. Option 2, keep the fingers interlocked. Lead with the thumbs. You may have to release your legs and then come to press it down. If that doesn't work for you, just release it all together and bring the fingers right down. Nice. And not like coming into full dynamic stretch right away, just gentle shifts forward and back. Nice. Maybe you can stay in Sukhasana, maybe not, that's totally fine. Nice. And then releasing that, give them a bit of a shake. And if you need to take more wrist stretches throughout the class, please feel free to. Let's come into 4-point kneeling now. Try not to have my butt facing you. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And there's sort of like a tiny splay of the fingers as well. And wrist issues, always bring them a little bit more forward. Totally all good, or come onto fists. Knees underneath hips, draw the belly button into the spine here. Take an inhale. Then as you exhale, press through the palms, draw the belly under, head hangs heavy. And then inhale, lead with the tailbone, peel open the chest. And continue this here. Exhale, draw it under. I'm just going to watch you. Nice. Press in between the shoulder blades. Nice. And then inhale, lead with the tailbone, peel open the chest. One more. Exhale, draw it under. And then inhale, peel open. And then as you exhale, release and bring your right foot in between the hands. Nice. And in my yoga studio, I love blocks, and this is where I'll add blocks, but we'll just pretend for now. Bring the feet pads down onto the floor. And for all lunges, yeah, there's an opposition of movement. So your right leg's forward, we bring the right leg back, left leg forward. Yes, we're squaring off the hips. That's really important. Engage that back thigh. Take an inhale, Anjaneyasana, bringing the arms up. Exhale, send it back. Two more. Big inhale. And then big exhale. Last one. Inhale. And then release the hands. Exhale, bring them down. Take an inhale here. Find length in your lunge. Exhale, keep this right foot flat. Draw the hips back. Half split. Two more. So inhale, bring it forward. And then exhale, bring it back. Remember the opposition of movement. One more. Inhale, forward. And then exhale back. Now pull the toes back. Ardha Hanumanasana. We bring that right heel slightly forward so that our hips are square here again, yeah? So this left hip is in line with the left knee. Nice. Alrighty. Pull these right toes back as well so you get that nerve floss behind the leg and you can find stillness or a gentle sway side to side. Nice. Cool. And then releasing that, bend that right knee again. Bring the left hand down. Use your right hand to press the right thigh away. Open up into the chest. Send your right shoulder down. There's a little spinal twist happening here as well. Nice. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Bring the right hand inside the foot and then step that leg back. Nice. And then to the other side. So take an inhale, bring your left leg in between the hands. Nice. Cool. And then from here, let's take an inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale back. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale back. Last one. Take an inhale, open. And then behind, exhale. Long length here. Inhale. And then exhale, send the hips back. Foot flat for now. Two more. Inhale, forward. Exhale back. Last one, and we'll hold that one. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Pull the left toes back. Slide that left heel forward so you get that alignment with the hips. Pull those toes back. And then maybe shifting side to side as you continue to find length into the spine. Cool. And then from there, releasing that, bend that left knee again. Right hand down. Use the left hand to press the left thigh away. Open up into your chest. Send your shoulders back. We're not wearing them as earrings. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Bring the hand inside a foot and bring that foot back. We're back in 4-point kneeling here. And now we're going to come onto our bellies, yeah? So if you got a baby inside there, just being mindful. Shifting forward slightly, feet flat, and bring down your thighs, your hips, your belly, and your chest, yeah? I'll continue to do that during vinyasa as well, prepping us for chaturangas if you like them. Palms down at either side of us. All 10 toes down on the mat. Engage your quads so you feel your kneecaps lift, yeah? So your legs are turned on, important for back bends. Keep the neck long. Take an inhale, lift just the head and chest. Exhale down. I'm going to watch now. Take another inhale, lift. Exhale down. Last one, we're going to hold Shalabhasana. Inhale, lift. Stay here for the exhale option to bring your hands up and your feet as well. Inhale. Stay here for the exhale. Keep the back of the neck long. Another inhale. Exhale, release. Fingertips frame the top of the chest, keeping the knees down for now. Inhale, press up. Curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can press one heel down and then the other, coming into the calves, into the hamstrings, feet are hip distance apart. If you're wearing socks, that's like extra tricky, so up to you if you want to keep them on. And your foundations, yeah? So feet are hip distance apart, hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers spread wide. Whole palm, yeah? Protect your wrists. Now we're going to find our stride which is our distance from our hands and our feet. The alignment here comes from a high plank. So take an inhale, shift forward to a high plank, knees up or down, and then bring the ball of the feet in line with the heel, shoulders in line with wrists. That's your alignment. You may need to adjust. Take another inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring those hips up. Last one, and we'll hold this one. Take an inhale, shift forward, high plank, knees up or down. Stay here for the exhale. Shifting a tiny bit more forward, inhale. Then bringing down your knees, feet flat, thighs, hips, belly, chest. Keep the elbows close, close, close to rib cage. 3 lifts again, but this time in Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Fingertips frame the top of the chest, yeah? So elbows back, shoulders back, like you're squeezing an orange in between your shoulder blades. Keep the 10 toes down, kneecaps lifted. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Final one. Take an inhale, lift. Stay here for the exhale. Maybe your hands lift. Keep going back. Take another in. Stay here. Exhale. Sorry, confused that breath. Final inhale. And exhale, release. Nice. Back to downward facing dog. So keep your knees down. Take an inhale. Press up. Curl toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now walking your hands to your feet, to the back of the mat. Yeah? And then staying here in your Uttanasana, your standing forward fold. Continue to stay there. Awesome. Strip if you need to. So Uttanasana in Sanskrit stands for intense stretch. So it should feel quite strong. Our feet are hip distance apart, and we're working towards the hips coming in line with the heels. So to do this, we actually need to send the weight forward to the tops of the feet. It will naturally come to the heels. Nice. And our intention here is to lengthen into the spine. So if you're not doing it yet, a bend into the knees is helpful to do that, yeah? Bend into the knees, shift the weight forward, let the head hang heavy. We're so used to it as Westerners to hold so much weight on our shoulders. Chin to chest if you need to. Nice. Let's do 3 clearing breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. In. Heel toe your feet out to the side, so much so that your toes come off the mat. Heels are maybe still on the mat. And then slowly, slowly coming down to Malasana, yogic squat. Awesome asana. I gave birth to both my children in this pose. I'm sorry if that's too much information. All right. So from here, let's come into Skandasana for a moment. So to do that, hands can come down, because we're going to come into this later, lengthening into the right leg, heel long. And just pulling those toes back for a moment. You don't have to do this variation, but I always like to when I know Skandasana is coming. And then over to the other side, bringing that in. And then out. Nice. Nice. And you may display your toenails to your neighbor, and that's totally okay. And then bringing it back together. Now, Malasana. So for Malasana, our intention is to get the heels down. Maybe they don't go down today, and that's totally okay. Remember, feet wide can help. Palms together, elbows inside the knees, and we're trying to lengthen into the spine here. So we bring the palms down, open up into the chest, energy through the crown of the head. Nice. Take another inhale here. Exhale, round and dome, on purpose this time. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, round and dome. Last one. Inhale. Stay here. Exhale. Now keeping the knees splayed out. Take an inhale. Bring the arms up. I know it's tricky. Stay here for the exhale. Take another inhale. Exhale, release. Palms come together. Press through the feet. Shift slightly forward. Inhale, come to stand. A little bit of Qigong vibes. Exhale, coming back down to low squat and Malasana. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Take an inhale, lift. Come onto your tippy toes. Hip distance apart, and then walk to the top of the mat. Coming into your calves. Nice. And then big clearing, exhale and release. Yeah, that was cool. Alrighty. And as they say in yoga, the gabba, shake the sillies out for a moment. You can tell how old my kids are. Alrighty. And then from here, let's have the feet hip distance apart, yeah? Foundation, yeah, underneath the hips. Spread or 10 toes. And then ground each of them back down. Feel the inner arches of your feet lift. The kneecaps lift, the quads lift. The pelvis is like a bowl of water, so not tipping forward, not tipping back. We keep that flat, yeah? Belly still soft. Shoulders relaxing down, energy through the fingertips. Tadasana, mountain pose. Active but relaxed, otherwise known as yielding. And we'll come into a flow of asana. So asana is Sanskrit for yoga poses, known as Surya Namaskar, sun salutations, to thank the sun for coming out this morning, as well as strengthening and stretching over 100 muscles in our body. Okay. Take an inhale, reaching up. Anjali Mudra, exhale. Take an inhale, reaching up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hinge the hips, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips onto shins, shoulders down, spine, back and neck long. Exhale, hands down, bring your right foot back. Cool. Keep the right hand down. Inhale, bring the left arm up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left hand down, left foot back. Cool. Hello. Take an inhale, shifting forward to high plank, knees up or down. Exhale, your choice, knees up or down as you lower. Come to the belly for now. Take an inhale, lifting up your head and chest for Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can press up and back or hips to heels first. And we hold this here. Take another inhale. Full exhale. Take an inhale, step your right and then your left foot forward. Halfway lift. We're back at the top of the mat. Nice. Exhale, full fold. Slightly bend into your knees. Press through the feet. Inhale, reaching up. Anjali Mudra. Exhale. Other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, full fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Hands down, left leg back. Long lunge. Keep the left hand down. Inhale, right arm lifts for a twist here. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the hands down, foot back. Hello, welcome. All good. Take an inhale, shifting forward to high plank, knees up or down. Your choice. Exhale, lowering, knees up or down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, your choice of back bend, bhujanga or up dog. Keep the legs strong. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding this here. Inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, left and right foot forward to the top of the mat. Halfway lift again. Exhale, full fold. Slight bend into the knees. Inhale, reaching up. Anjali, exhale. All right. Second round with variations. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Hands down, right leg back. Right hand stays down. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, bring the left arm in between the limbs. Now you're going to pivot on your feet, yeah? So you're going to bend the right leg. And you're going to come into the Skandasana we were talking about. So the right leg is bent, the left leg is long, is always confusing initially. Bringing the right hand down. Inhale, left arm lifts. All good, my love. And then exhale, bend the left knee coming back into that lunge. So back to the front of the mat. We're going to do it again, so don't worry. Take an inhale, stay here, long lunge. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, shifting forward, high plank, shoulders a little bit past wrist. Press in between your shoulder blades, really important. Exhale, slow, lower, down. Inhale, open the chest, legs strong, protect the back. Exhale, downward facing dog. We stay here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, your choice, step or jump to the top of the mat. Quiet jump if you can. Halfway lift. Nice. Exhale, full fold. Slight bend into the knees. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, bring the arms up. Anjali Mudra, exhale. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Hands down, left leg back, left hand down. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, weave the right arm through the limbs. Okay, if you get confused, it's all good. Keep the left knee bent. Skandasana. Inhale, bring the right arm up. All good, just swing it. Exhale, bring that back to the lunge at the front of the mat. So you're pivoting on the feet. Take an inhale, lengthen. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Cool. Inhale, shifting forward, high plank, knees up or down. Exhale, slow, lower, down. Inhale, open the chest, thank you. Exhale, downward facing dog. We stay here again. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here again. Inhale. And exhale. Final in, stay. And then exhale, bring your knees down wide. Big toes together. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose, Balasana. So I was multitasking. If we have enough time to do another round, and I was like, better not risk it. Extra Shavasana time is always good. Welcome to stay here if you like, or bringing your hands to the right. Placing your left palm on top of your right palm, and bring your left rib cage and armpit down to the floor. So we're opening up into the shoulder there. It's the armpit, the rib cage. And then to the other side, take an inhale, walk those hands, outside hand on top, and then bring that inside armpit, shoulder blades down to the floor. Nice. And take an inhale, coming back to center. Full exhale here. And then inhale, coming to 4-point kneeling. And then slowly lowering down onto your belly. Okay, so you guys stay on your belly, I'm gonna come up. So this is a Yin Yang class, Yin Yang class. We've done our Yang, our Yang, our Vinyasa flow, and now we're going to start to go down the mountain in our Yin, yeah? So to start first, we're going to do a prone twist. So classically, Yin Yoga is at least 3-minute holds. We're going to do this for 90 seconds for each side, just for time and just because we're getting ready for our next big Yin Yoga pose. So pretend I'm laying on the floor like you guys. Alrighty. And then let's bring our arms out either side of us. And then bending, so you have the option to keep this long or bend the arm. This is more pecs, this is more shoulder, up to you. I'll let you choose, you're the master. And then from here, we bring this left hand a little bit closer to our cheek. Take an inhale, bring the left arm up, left leg, sorry. And then bring it over to the right side. Nice, cool. So we're coming into a prone twist here. And we're going to hold this here for quite a few long breaths. Now, as we hold this, we're working to come into the shoulder, open up into the chest, but we don't want to come to our deepest edge. So it's so used to for us as Westerners, living this life, to always do like more, or the strongest, or the deepest. Can we instead come to around halfway, 70% max, and then just settle there, so our body has a chance to just trust the process. The hips are stacking here, maybe getting a spinal twist as well. Maybe one foot is on the ground, or maybe eventually both feet end up on the ground. In a yoga studio, I'd usually offer bolsters underneath that leg, but we're just going to let it float in space. That's another reason why we're only doing it for a short period of time. Nice. And return back to the breath. What is the quality of this air that we breathe in this moment? Nice. Taking a few more long, patient moments here. Take another inhale. And a full exhale. Take an inhale, bring that leg back up to center. And then come completely into neutral with the legs, with the arms. And just do nothing for a moment and notice how that feels. Nice. It's always important, especially in Yin Yoga, to have a little bit of a rebound. And coming to that other side. So let's have the arms long or bent, whatever you dig. So the left arm is going to stay on the ground. The right palm comes next to the cheek, and then opposite leg up. Take an inhale, and then exhale, bring it over to the other side. So the hips are stacking here. Nice. And the arm is long, so either in line with the ear or bent. Using that other palm next to the cheek for support. And remember, as we start to leave our vinyasa practice and come into our yin yoga practice, we don't come to our deepest edge. I don't know about you, but I need constant reminders about that. Notice the space that surrounds you. Checking in with this whole body that you've been gifted for this life. A few more patient breaths. Stay here, take an inhale and full exhale. Take an inhale, bring that beautiful leg back up. And then exhale, releasing that. Do nothing again, just notice how that feels. Oh, good. And then from here, we're going to come into 2 more yin yoga poses. So this is one asana, and we're going to do it on both sides. This is like you don't need props for this one. And it's called it's an open twist. So I'll demonstrate first. If you know it, you're ready, welcome to start coming into it. So we're on our belly. We come into Sphinx pose initially, yeah? So to do that, the palms are grounded, a little bit more in front of your face. Take an inhale, bring the arms up. And then from here, the right knee comes to the right, towards the right arm. Nice, so opening up into the hip. Then we bring in the left arm, weaving it underneath the right arm, and bring that shoulder down. And then we take an inhale, open up that right arm and let it float in space. Nice. Feels so nice. Awesome. So it does invite a little bit of a stronger twist. So if you do have a baby in your belly, please be mindful of that. We want to avoid closed, strong twists always. Nice. Now I'll have a quick gaze around the room and make sure everyone's doing all good. Don't mind me. Yes, perfecto, you got it, my love. Yep. And then bring that down and then let this float up in, yes. And usually I would invite a cushion underneath the head, but you may have to just awkwardly hold you. Sorry about that. Beautiful. And with that arm that's floating in space, you can make circles with the wrist. You can make circles with the arm if you like. With that top bent leg, you can keep that knee bent, or maybe you can lengthen to the leg. That's an option as well. Nice. So yin yoga, classically, there is stillness there, but it's always all right to invite gentle movement as long as we keep it mindful and conscious rather than just like a reaction, yeah? Yeah. And then bring this here, and then this is sort of leading first. Yeah, so this is like holding in space. Yeah, cool. Does that feel okay? Yeah. Some yogis, and this is totally an option, like to even bend that bottom leg and hold onto it with the opposite hand. That's an option. If you're like, I don't understand how that's possible, don't worry about it. It's all good. There's no force in yoga, yeah? Nice. And because this is a yin yoga practice, we're coming to halfway of our edge. So the edge is the deepest stretch, yeah? Halfway, 70% max. And because we hold this for at least 3 minutes, it gives our body, our muscles to relax, trust the process. So we can come into the connective tissues instead, the tendons, the ligaments, the fascia. We can't come into those till the muscles are relaxed, yeah? Spending a few more long, patient moments here. Using yin yoga to teach us patience and tolerance. And as the Dalai Lama says, When we are truly patient and we are truly tolerant, then forgiveness comes naturally as well. Now imagine if we could forgive everyone in our lives. Take another inhale here. Full exhale. Take an inhale, bring that top arm to meet the bottom arm. And just stay here in the fetal position for a moment, just let that bounce back. And then coming back onto your belly, so you'll need to sort of like lengthen the legs, bring the chest down, and just neutral. Just do nothing here, rebound, otherwise known as tentacle pose in Yin Yoga. Notice the body, the new blood flowing through. And then coming to the other side. So we come into that Sphinx first, yeah, or seal pose. So the hands are slightly in front of us. We bring the arms up. Left leg now bends, coming into the hip. And then we bring the right arm underneath the left and open up to the other side. Yes. Yes, you got it. Head down. And then arm up. Beautiful. Nice. And now your choice. You can continue to find stillness, encourage movement into the shoulders. To the wrists. If you want to add that quad stretch at every time, you're absolutely more than welcome to. But in Yin Yoga, it's halfway, yeah? So what is that for you? You're all doing a similar shape, but you're all feeling it completely different. You've all lived very different lives. And even though yoga now is like a group setting, yeah? So I'm teaching yoga to lots of people at once. Originally, it was one guru and one disciple. Originally, just one teacher and one student. So the teacher is your guide. In the end, you are the master, the hero. You figure out what works for you. Nice. As you lay here in this quiet, comfort for some, discomfort for others. Notice what comes up. The attitude of that inner dialogue, that constant talking to ourselves, that's actually always happening. And the patterns that continue to arise. Noticing without any judgment or aggression to ourselves. As we return back to the single point of focus that is our breath. That inhale, slight pause, the exhale, and slight pause once again. As long as we continue to mindfully and consciously breathe, we continue to do the practice of yoga. A few more breaths here. And take a full inhale and full exhale. Inhale, bring that top arm back up to meet the bottom. Take a moment here in neutral, in the side, sorry, in the fetal position, and just do nothing. Let that half bounce back. And then completely bouncing back as we sort of neutral in the arms with the legs, on our belly. You can rest on the other cheek or forehead on the palms, whatever works. And before we do any counter stretch, we just notice. It's tempting to do counter stretches right after big yoga asanas. It feels great, but the body might not like it so much. And then from here, a closed knee balasana. So to do this, the fingertips frame the top of the chest again. We take an inhale, press up. Hips to heels with knees a little bit closer together if that feels comfortable for you, to child's pose. Now, you can rest arms in front of you, make two fists with the hands, rest your forehead down, or even palms at either side of the legs, bringing the forehead down. So whatever works. And there's a little bit more of a rounding here in the lower back if you feel nice after those big twists. So we're just going to spend a few more deep breaths here. Nice. And then bringing the hands in front of you if you're not there already once again. Taking an inhale, slowly roll up into the spine. Bring the hips to one side, heels to the other side, and then coming back into your Sukhasana, your cross-legged seat. Now, of course, this isn't a full yoga class, so if you need to take any stretches to sort of feel balanced, please feel free to take them, totally all good. Like some twists or neck stretches or whatever you dig. But we're coming back into that Sukhasana once again. So I was hoping I can fit it in, and I think I can, which is another pranayama. So yoga, we did asana, so yoga poses. That's only one of the 8 limbs, yeah? Pranayama, breathing exercise, is just as important. So we've been doing our Ujjayi pranayama throughout our class. Another pranayama, which is a personal favorite of mine, is Brahmari pranayama, so hummingbee breath. Has anyone heard of this before? Brahmari? Amazing! No? Yep, I'm going to teach it, so it's all good. I am a teacher. You're welcome. Alrighty, so for Brahmari pranayama, we do need a long spine, yeah? So if you're comfortable where you are, that's fine. If you want to sit against the wall, that's totally okay as well. You can sit on your heels, whatever works. And I will demonstrate first, and then we can do it all together, okay? So I will demonstrate. It might look a little bit weird to you. If you're like, that is not for me, you can just enjoy the vibrations of everyone else, okay? If you feel dizzy at any time, always we stop the practice, okay? Check in, all right? Listen to your body, it's trying to communicate with you. So for our Brahmari pranayama, we're going to create a vibration with our throat so that, we sort of, I had something profound to say, but I forget. That's okay. So we're going to bring our awareness to that vibration, yeah? When we do this, we keep the teeth separate, really important. So it goes throughout the whole skull rather than just the teeth, okay? We're also going to close off our senses. So you can do this by simply closing your eyes, or you can also close off your ears. So I'm going to do this by placing my thumbs on top of my ear flaps. So not actually in my ear, but on top of the ear flaps and then pressing it in, and then it blocks off sound, yeah? And then my other 4 fingers are going to go on top of my head, elbows back. There's a more classical Hatha yoga variation, which is like the eyebrows, eyes here. If you love that one, please feel free to do that. I will be doing the one with the fingers on top of the head, and I'll demonstrate one round, okay? I'm going to take an inhale, and I'm going to exhale with a hum. Sort of like an Om chant, but with my lips closed. And when I do this, like a balloon, when we let the air out and like sort of pierce the throat, it helps to let the air leave more slowly, yeah? So that's what we're doing with our throat as well. We're going to make a humming sound. So I will demonstrate. Sit back and block off my hearing. Cool. That's the Brahmari pranayama. So before you can't hear me anymore, You will all have a different breath, different hum, yeah? You all finish at different times. Whenever you're finished, bring the hands back down onto the thighs. Maybe other people are still humming, totally okay. And just notice the effects of the pranayama for you, okay? We're going to come into 6 rounds? Yeah, 6 to 8, whatever you're vibing, okay? So whenever you're ready, find your seat. All right. And you can just place the thumbs over the ears. You don't have to press them in yet. Elbows back, chest opening. Take a normal inhale here. Full normal exhale. And then inhale, start the practice, 6 rounds. Turning the hands back down to the lap or on your thighs. Just noticing the effects of our Brahmari pranayama. Which is said to help improve our memory, lower our blood pressure, soothe our nervous system. You're welcome to stay here in your meditative seat. Otherwise, if you prefer, coming down into your favorite version of Shavasana, whatever that is for you. So Shavasana is a Sanskrit word for corpse pose. So it literally means laying down like a dead person, so we can become reborn once again. It's like we've shaken up all the dust and now we're letting it settle. Using a few long moments to completely confront whatever is going on, rather than filling up that time by looking in the fridge or looking at our phone or trying to find more washing to put away. Completely confronting it. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, and no one needs anything from you. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, and no one needs anything from you. Using the first ring of the Tibetan bell to bring you back into these four walls. And using the second to deepen into the breath. Invite gentle movement into joints if you like. Maybe stretching into limbs like you're just waking up for the first time today. And if you're in your Shavasana, keeping a gentle gaze or eyes closed, coming back up to a seated asana. Into any seat that serves you, where the shoulders can be relaxed and the spine and neck long. Spending our last few moments here together with this breath once again, that's always in flux and always changing. Just like this life, the only constant is change. Closing our practice with one single chant of Om, taking an inhale, full exhale to prepare, and then inhaling for Om. Palms to touch, thumbs in front of heart, Anjali Mudra. Exhale, humbly bowing into the head. Bring awareness back to your own intention or whomever you dedicate this practice to. As well as giving thanks to this land, these teachings, and to each other for holding a safe space together. Lokha samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. Thank you, and namaste. Thank you. I'm a bit of a crier this weekend, so I appreciate it. Thank you for the round of applause. I just have a stall outside, so if you'd like to visit me, I have yoga studios, teacher trainings, and I just like to meet you. But have a beautiful day. There's so many incredible teachers. My teacher, Katie Rose, is also teaching at 150 on the business of yoga. So she teaches on my teacher training. So you can make a living from this. I promise. It's a real thing. I left the corporate world and you can too. Otherwise, if you need that for your bills, I get that also, because it is a pay cut. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. It was so lovely to have you front row center. Thank you.